Hi there, and welcome to my Itty Bitty Chapel. My name is Patty Chaffee, and I'm the community minister at Niantic Community Church. I'm also a spiritual director and an expressive arts facilitator. The Itty Bitty Chapel is a few moments offered midweek to relax, refresh, and reflect on a spiritual word or phrase. It is usually filmed in or near a sacred space within my home called the Itty Bitty Chapel, and our candle is lit to remind us of the presence of spirit within and around us. Our word for reflection today is release. Ted Loder wrote a poem called Guide Me into an Unclenched Moment that I'd like to share with you. It goes like this. Gentle me, Holy One, into an unclenched moment. A deep breath, a letting go of heavy expectancies, of shriveling anxieties, of dead certainties that, softened by the silence, surrounded by the light, and open to the mystery, I may be found by wholeness, upheld by the unfathomable, entranced by the simple, and filled with the joy that is you. This seemed like the perfect prayer for this time, doesn't it? We get wound up so tight by life, holding on to so many things for dear life. How challenging it is to release all that we cling to. And yet in doing that, in trusting that God we know and love, we are set free. Yet we hold on to traditions, to our old stories, our woundedness, our pain, unforgiveness. It's not easy to let go. This week, a situation presented itself that challenged me greatly. My partner announced that one of his daughters, who he doesn't hear from too often and hardly gets to see, she lives a couple hours away, was coming to our home, our sanctuary, for a visit with her boyfriend. To give you a little backstory, I don't think anyone has visited our home since last March when we went into lockdown, except for an occasional maintenance or repair person. I'm extremely fortunate to work from home, and except for necessary trips to church to get something from my office, calculated trips to the grocery store for things I can't get delivered, and walks in nature, I don't have close exchanges with anyone. I take COVID-19 very seriously, and every move is a risk assessment. My partner, well, he plays things, shall we say, a little more loosely. Anyway, so he announces we are having visitors tomorrow. Now I know the value of what is happening here, as he adores his girls and relishes any opportunity to spend time with them. Our guests are clearly feeling free to go visiting, and my partner is thrilled by this opportunity. And I'm in a virtual quarantine in my mind, feeling a little annoyed at being put in this position. I offered to remove myself for our guest's visit, but my partner wanted me here. And by the way, can you make lunch, he asked. So now we are sharing a meal, and mandated masks have to come off. So what's a girl to do? My mind began spiraling into places that I did not want to go. I could feel my anxiety level rising, knowing how important this was to him and how contrary this was to everything I believed was best and safe for all of us given the pandemic. In recent months, I have begun a new practice with a prayer bowl. I set up a new altar space, and although I have several areas within our home that prompt prayer, this spot was specifically for that purpose. There is so much and so many to pray for. There's just so much that needs prayer. I decided to place a prayer bowl there that would represent God's hands, to surrender in prayer all that I wanted to lift up, to surrender, to release to God. I know He is at the ready to lift our burdens. There are never too many. I knew exactly the bowl I wanted and went looking for it. It is a thin-walled, handcrafted pottery bowl in a very imperfect shape, and with a smooth yet uneven, craggy kind of rim. I pictured God's hands cupped and ready for me to fill it with all my troubles, all my prayers, all my wishes and dreams. I have small strips of paper that I keep near it and drop in just about every day with the latest prayer concern that has come to my attention. I don't write down the whole story. I just put the person's name and maybe a little note just to jog his memory, and I put it in the bowl, and he takes it from there. He knows. A tea light is lit all the time in that altar space, reminding me that Spirit is never far away, right? So I got out of my chair after mulling over my frustration, trying to do some deep breathing, and surrendered my concerns to that God who knew before I did what I would eventually figure out, to release the situation to Him. I dropped my tiny slip of paper into God's hands. It's curious that although it's not a very big bowl, no matter how much I put in there, miraculously, it never fills up. I dropped my tiny slip of paper in and just let it go. There's always room for more. It's God's hands. This is my bowl. It's very crooked, very imperfect. It reminded me so much of God's hands. And these are the prayers that are in it right now. Room for lots more. Our guests arrived, and I survived, and we had a lovely visit. And when they left, my partner was happy as a clam, laid down and took a nap. And I am reminded, gentle me, Holy One, into an unclenched moment. A deep breath, a letting go of heavy expectancies, of shriveling anxieties, of dead certainties. That surrounded by the silence, softened by the silence, surrounded by the light, and open to the mystery, I may be found by wholeness, upheld by the unfathomable, entranced by the simple, and filled with the joy that is you. I keep you all in prayer every day of this unfathomable, simple, joyful life. And if this message speaks to you in some way, please feel free to share it with others. And until next time, may God bless you in every way you need. Namaste.
I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender.